कृपया ध्यान दीजिए. The language used on the podcast may not be fit for consumption. We warn you, tread carefully. But listen, yaar, don't be so conservative. I want to start with my favorite quote from Macbeth, which is, I think, Macduff talking to Lady Macbeth, and he says, "Ding dong, come on, baby, sing a song." And that's what the show is all about. We've started 10 minutes late, but there's huge reason for this. Massive rainfall at 6 in the morning in Mumbai city, which destroyed my engineer's chance of coming on time. He comes from Panvel, young Rishi, and poor fellow, he was trying his best. He and I were trying our best to make sure the show happened. Our guest came on time. Somehow the other Punit swam from Kandivli. He did breaststroke, his favorite stroke, don't ask why. Naveen is only 2 lanes away, but he was also bang on time, so I can't say
I paid
anything.
$40 for rickshaw. Okay.
Yeah, and because they also go traverse some water here and there, gutter
Yeah,
water,
yeah.
cheese and all that. So
And yeah, they make that chutta nahi face and you can't say anything.
how they make majburi into a great act, no?
Literally,
In
yeah,
India.
silent
"Arey,
culture.
barish aa rahi hai, bang chod, come on, $50 straight away."
My tires are slipping.
Yeah,
Doing all of
Otherwise, Baja will still come on, but so he's
Yeah,
still happy.
yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't know Rishi came from Panvel. Dude. I can't complain now, but for the
Good.
sake of the show, I will.
I told you,
Good,
Panvel is a
good.
whole
No,
different.
one second. This is a very poignant moment in the show, comedy aside, because Puneet ji, 50% of his act on the podcast and about 10% of his act in general is on the railways destroying his mind.
Yeah,
And he's
yeah.
rightfully saying that. It's not like he makes it up. But then he hears about real pain. Because a man who comes from Panvel in
Yeah.
pouring rain, when there are delays, and he has to change it a few times, by the way. So what?
Bombay city like that. Someone always more miserable than you.
Yeah.
So your bubble is bursted
So
immediately.
you're making him happy now.
Yeah, I feel like it's always the case, right?
Theory of
There's
relativity.
Palghar also. Total number of
Yeah.
stations in Mumbai,
Yeah.
overall suburban is 170 or something.
Yeah, like I used to
Wow.
go from Bhinder to Mahim for college, and then there'll be boys coming from Palghar, which
And then you
means
gotta
they,
keep quiet.
yeah, because they left home at 4 in the morning to
Yeah.
catch a train from Borivali at 8 o'clock.
Yeah.
Do you understand? To reach college at 10 a.m. It's just insane.
It just shows there's no end to poverty in India.
I also suffered. I said, driver, gadi lana, and let's drive.
And he was 2 minutes late.
We caught the UK, that CC, 4cc, I think is UK. We caught 3 of those cars with red lights on and went behind them, reached in 26 minutes. No problem.
I couldn't find the umbrella, so I got the next best thing.
Oh, the shield guard.
Which,
for
by
your
the
phones.
way, if you can see, it's a plastic sheet, which is also Sindhi for condom. And wash and wear, as you say in the community.
It's hand me down.
A quick shout out to Chetan, our engineer. Unfortunately, he's left the room. I wanted to show a picture. We'll show it at some point. He and I were the only people in the studio here at 8:20 in the morning, and he said, "Don't worry, let me try and all that." And
Sheer panic. Yeah.
so 80% he did. Rishi came just at 10:01 and rushed in, poor chap, and we put it together. So here I'm trying to make us out as like champions. we were still late by 10 minutes. Hey, producer Sparsh. Important kahani. Sparsh fell down the steps last night.
After a night of partying at the Spotlight cons.
Or masturbating
Concert,
outside
yeah.
his door. One of the two. He fell. And he's injured his knee. So he says he'll be a little late. Now, I don't know why. Maybe it's because walking distance goes up.
It's hobbling around.
Hobbling,
Yeah.
literally. Yeah. Anyway.
Sparsh always has the most dramatic things happening. Okay, like one morning, he's not telling us ki what time aap Vartalab recording is, and he's
Yeah.
our producer also, right? So we're like, ki kya hua? He's like, ki mere kitchen mein cooker fad gaya. He's like ki didi khana bana rahi thi, and the cooker was old, gasket was
Also,
not fully on.
When he says that, he says it with a matter of fact kind of attitude.
Haan,
no?
very, haan.
Cooker phad gaya. Like that's
Haan.
Monday's normal situation.
I'm like, bro, are you okay? He's
Yeah.
like, ki nahi. So then the Didi apparently walked backwards in fright and then hurt her head because of falling backwards, not because of the cooker. So I'm just like, what are these dramatic
Spurs, you're
stories?
being wasted on this show. Your creativity is fantastic, and we need you to get Gajraj Rao as your lead actor
Yeah.
and put it on canvas, for the world to see.
He's got that lesbian beat poet look going right now.
Really? You want to take a dig at the lesbians? I saw a really nice thing on Piers Morgan. Nice man is just funny. He's just arguing with these transgenders. Again, okay, I don't want to take sides here and all that because I really got no skin in the game. But there's a transgender activist going on about we should be called by pronouns. And Naveen, please be honest and straightforward about this. I think a lot of gay people I know also are not. They think gay is a sexuality issue, and this is another issue altogether. And don't always lump us together.
Yeah.
Anyway, so Pierce was saying, but so if you can, and this is a very good theory, if you can say that you want to be called anything and we can accept it, can I be called a black lesbian? And then she said, don't be absurd. But it's point, but everything is absurd, right? So who's to draw the line of what is that? This is a little bit more absurd than what you're saying.
He
It's
can
all
claim
absurd.
that I identify as that today.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
That's what he's saying.
So people are doing that in the
But there
States,
are-
identifying as trees and all that, yeah?
There's a woman who identifies as a wolf. Like there are
Yeah, that's
bizarre
what.
people
In
across.
Japan, a wolf, exactly.
Yeah. So I think the bottom line of it all is like how outlandish you want to be identified as is what Pierce Morgan is saying, right?
Yeah.
But for a trans person, it's not that, right? Like, or for a non-binary person, it's just not that. It's just that they don't conform to sexuality or gender as somebody would otherwise. So I think it's difficult to make it.
It's a little complicated. I'll tell you why, Naveen. Because when you go from male to female, but you're still male in sports, for example, and they've got these examples in swimming and all that, they're destroying the field because they're still male. I cut off your penis doesn't mean you're not a male. In many
But
ways, your
even in the
testosterone levels are still
in
there.
the athletic communities also, like, they have like proper safeguards. They have all these rules
What?
that they have to
How
do all
will
these
you?
tests before, because even for the Olympics and everything, like, just because somebody who's a
No,
trans
those are
athlete doesn't go
I'm not talking about naturally enhanced test levels or estrogen
Mm.
levels. I'm talking about people who try to change it, and
See,
then you
pe-
don't.
pe-
You're
people-
an amkawase. You have become a woman in your mind. You're a
I
woman, but
think
you're
all
also a man.
sports should go the wrestling way and just fake everything.
Everybody should do a Royal Rumble. I
Yeah,
feel.
with the timeline and with characters.
No, I see. It's as
Now
simple.
you're going to go to the PSL ending on
No,
the last ball.
Over the whole pronoun thing, no, over the whole pronoun thing, my favorite thing is a tweet on the internet. One guy who's a right wing, like, very angry about this whole pronoun thing, is like, I will not call anybody they them ever. And then then one person,
This guy's
like,
straight or gay, clear?
he's straight clearly because he's angry.
Okay. No, because I have gay friends who are like, I don't want to be clumped with this transgender thing.
I'll come to the
Yeah,
point. One
yeah.
second. So he says, I won't use they them pronouns for everybody. I just won't. So then the person is like, how would you refer when you're calling such a person?
Hmm.
It's like, I'll call them by their name. He said them while saying their name. So, like, do you
But he
realize?
meant plural,
No,
as his lawyer.
exactly. So
Yeah.
they them pronouns are also plural
Yeah,
because
yeah.
of the fact that
No, but they're using plural as a singular. See, that's confusing.
so nobody's asking you to, like, use it. No, what I'm saying,
So you see in a sentence, supposing I'm the guy who was with transgender, how will you, instead of saying how are you how is he, or talking about me to him?
So how are they? I would say no. I would say
telling
how,
Punit about me, you'll say how are they?
yeah. The other day Cyrus was with
He'll be
us.
confused. They kaun hai? Because then that's a lot of people.
So
right,
you
Punit?
give context. No, how
Yeah.
difficult is that to set up
Mushkil
that
se
context?
Angrezi aate hain, bencho. Come on.
I think Punit knows more about they than people than you, Cyrus. You have to give credit. He's a bridging gap between our generations.
Really?
Yeah.
In Kandivali.
Kapoor, apna Thakur village is very hip right now.
So your spin is gender and sexuality. His spin is geography. It's never going to change, man. Your problems
Gender
are
and
different.
geography. Like,
Yeah, there you
how
go.
gay are you in
Hey,
Malad?
because Kandivali, then he goes to east, which is
Yeah.
another story altogether, right?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, there's
Yeah.
LOC in the middle.
Yeah.
I just feel like, okay, if you can't say they, them, or whatever, just say their name. Like, it's simple. Like, my friend Durga, I usually just, like, if I'm referring to another person, I'm just saying Durga multiple times. But it's easier than
Sorry to
misgendering.
ask, but Durga was born male,
Durga was born female.
and
And
Durga is now.
Now they're not non-binary. They don't conform to either male or female gender, for example. So, like, that's.
But Aadhaar card is not acceptable. Huh? Aadhaar card is still saying MOF.
No, so Aadhaar card still has the third gender option.
Really?
It's coming in
Hey,
slowly.
Dikha?
Yeah,
Aadhaar card dikha. Wow.
yeah.
We are that far thinking.
You don't know about the whole Nalsa judgment. All of the like, trans people have been fighting for rights in India for a very long
I'm
time.
getting a firing.
And,
Let me just pull up all the
You're getting
legalities.
firing.
You know everything about every parking law and fucking old Maidan, but you don't know about trans people's lives.
If
So let's
this
not.
matters, even IRCTC has a third option.
Third option, yeah.
Not-
It's not. We are not
it's
fully
not
there.
to be
Yeah.
insensitive. I'm just asking the question because it's confusing. That's what. And there are things like sports and all that where it becomes even more confusing.
I
See, it's
think-
not black and white. It is
Yeah.
grey, the whole area. You can quantify it and explain. It's not easy to explain.
I know.
Now,
So
I know what you're saying. Don't
Yeah.
insult someone. Why should you insult someone? I want to be called a desk. I want to be called a desk. That's my right.
then be a desk.
So yeah, so you say
Act as
desk.
a desk also.
You
I
can
want to sit on
raise
you.
your
Yeah.
eyebrows in
But
private and say,
imagine
"Oh God, it's
Cyrus,
a
like,
desk." But he's like,
you can't do this, but if you can imagine, while Tatkal booking in IRCTC, there's a drop-down menu for genders, and then you miss your booking because of that.
Yeah. Imagine that.
but is there?
I think personally, though, I
Not
feel
right
like
now, but in a few
It's
years.
a plan in the future.
just the idea of labeling
Because
anything. should
comedy
be
can become reality.
eradicated.
Remember that, especially in this country, bro. Oh, yeah. Huh. Sorry, Naveen.
Like, the idea of labeling anything should be just eradicated. I feel we get again.
That is now another whole thing. When
Yeah.
you're fighting for your identity because the label comes with the identity.
Yeah, it's
When you're saying I'm not heard, my voice is not heard.
That's the greyest topic. What I'm saying, right?
Yeah.
Like, ideally, in an ideal world, a utopian society, we don't have to come out to anybody.
I don't know
We just
why.
be existing.
This is human nature. You
Yeah.
know, you're thinking about sexuality. Go back to religion.
Yeah.
Why do people in religion, caste, community, they all want to be more prominent? Why?
Yeah.
There's a tribalism attached to everything.
Yeah.
Now it's coming down to sexuality. There's no end to it. Human beings suck, bro.
But
not-
even last night, I was just pointing this out to Akash because we were talking to, like, our Vartalab Telegram group, and Ritushri, she's a trans comic and she's come out recently through comedy and she's put a YouTube video out.
Ritushri was born male or female?
Male, born
Okay.
male, now transitioned to female, right? And Ritushri is India's first trans comic and she's put a YouTube video out.
Is that so?
Yeah. You can check it out. I'll send you a
Fuck,
link.
we missed the space, bro. If you can be the pioneer, you're always the main one.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
like, and then like her video was funny. Everybody in the comedy scene was very gung-ho, and they all shared
It's
the video.
original because there's the only person in that space.
Yeah, and also she's got original voice also. She's
Yeah.
very like, and Ritush is a tall baritone woman, right? So like it also gives all those juxtapositions like
So
it's
she's not had the adequate.
the hormones has to be
Yeah.
taken for years to get the voice
is
also.
it?
Yeah, it's like a whole thing.
In Kunal's case, we put him in a sari woman.
Kunal was born with a weak voice box. That's what
he has actually got a light voice.
Yeah. So, but he's cute. He does that. Woo, that the voice he does.
The word cute doesn't come to mind.
Anyways, so the point.
Puneet can't drink his tea now. You spoiled it.
One
Sorry,
man's Kunal, other
Fair
man's
enough.
cute.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. Don't say meat here. Meat is banned.
Meet cute. So when the video came out, all of us in the comedy scene more or less shared the video unanimously. We're like, we're very proud of this thing. In the queer community, not many people shared it. And I'm like,
why?
I don't know. That's what I'm trying to fucking figure out.
Are they jealous कि ये पहले कर
I don't
दिया?
know.
So they're ashamed?
I don't know. I'm telling you, same thing happened with me for several years. Like I'm like,
I thought it'd be the other way around.
It's
It'd be pushed
not.
by the community and then it goes to the larger community.
yeah, in party circuits or whatever, they know, okay, you're Navin and all that. I'm like, saying, follow na, motherfucker. Follow my work.
You think gay guys don't follow you?
Queer people across the spectrum do not give art the equal amount of respect that they give to dance parties. Is what I'm going to say. It's a controversial topic. I'm going to put it out there, but it's real case. I'm saying
It took you 2 years to come out and then start gay bashing.
no,
2
because
years, you bastard Indian
the
male.
problem. I'm saying like as you said, it's a great territory. It's not going to
Yeah.
be all roses and flowers. I'm
Yeah.
never going to vilify anybody by saying that okay, it's we are the victims and you are the perpetrators, right? Nobody's doing that. We're all equally in a ditch because in the community, as you said, right? Like the gay men have had a say more or less financially also because they don't have to physically change their appearance, right? Like as you said, a sexuality issue versus like a identity issue. For trans people, when they don't align with their sexuality or gender, they want to look like that way, right? So for them, societal hatefulness is much more. So they're dealing with all of that. So within the community also gay men have been hateful towards lesbian women because they're women, to trans people because they don't align with the same politics. So
It's like brown people looking down on black people.
Yeah.
You know, it's like
kind
one
of.
shade more, and then suddenly you know, it's the same thing.
there have been fights for post pride party, like after a pride party, like pride is done, who will do the post pride party, because that's fuck tons of money, because all the people at the pride go and spend money on booze and food, right? So the gays and lesbians were fighting 1 year for just that. So that's
It's
what's happening behind
Kind
the
of
scenes.
reassuring. It just shows
That they're as bad as us.
Exactly,
Yeah,
exactly.
fucking chutes.
When I talk about equality across the board, it's like we are all equally fucked up. That's
Yeah.
the whole point of equality. It's not
Yeah,
like
we
one
thought
is
because
better.
they're sort of victims of society and there'll be better people. Pricks, I tell you.
Yeah.
Literally.
There is no utopia there. I mean, there's Dubai, but there's
Yeah.
just
But it
about
took
it.
me-
There's a
Yeah.
tax haven, but it's not utopia.
You know,
Yeah.
8 years of screaming on the mic for doing this, and then finally now queer people are generally turning up at the shows, and like I'm seeing like an audience that is openly.
So if you're watching the show and you are, in first case, gay or whatever the right word is, please support Naveen. What the
Queer-
hell?
queer usually helps.
Okay,
because-
queer. If you identify as queer, okay, forget transgender. Let's just go to the first community.
Yeah.
The queer community has to support Naveen. That's right. Sindhi community supports you. And happy Navroz to all the Parsis. And please support me because
Yeah.
today is Navroz.
Yeah.
Sindhi community
Mubarak.
actually supports Mr.
It's not even
Khatri,
wishing me.
but
What do you all do on Navroz, Cyrus? Like ideally, what's your day like?
Nothing. My dad is no more. Now my mom will go somewhere and I've organized her dinner.
Mhm.
And the house is being done, so we don't have a table. So we have to stand and eat like a canteen. So
At a wedding.
Maya will order on Zomato, Frankie or something, and we'll eat together in the night. That's the only meal we'll have. And that's it. Life is hard for middle class people. You have no idea, bro.
The pinnacle of
Yeah.
depression. This is.
so today we will find out what sports actually does, right? Because we are
Yeah, we're kind of doing our own thing and we're fine.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
You mean we don't need him?
Spurs will come and like just be like, Rishi, record kar.
If you
And
can
then
put
break
the cameras on in the office, if we can see what's happening, the walk will change as he enters here.
Yeah.
That's what generally happens, right, with
Yeah,
guys?
it's the reverse usual suspect.
Yeah, exactly. And then as he enters here, it'll be like the full limp will happen. And the
we
works.
just
yeah.
need him for the Spotify references.
Yeah.
So
Have you noticed the guys who come in late or whatever when you're working together or even school and all, if they have a cough, the cough only gets better.
Exaggerated, yeah.
But once they get in, it just becomes bigger. It's amazing how we do that.
So once I had actually gone to college late, okay, like there was this whole Valentine's Day fiasco in my college, and I had gone to college 2 hours late. So when I reached the college, my HOD is in my class, okay, and I'm standing outside the class trying to enter, and I'm late to my college only. 8 a.m. I'm there at 11 a.m. Okay,
Yeah.
and it's like, where were you? And I'm like, I got hit by a bike. I actually got hit by a bike before reaching the college, okay?
But in a nice way.
No,
Like you bent over and I asked the bike to hit you and it was like, come on, bike. And you waited for half an hour and
I was
finally.
crossing the road, one bike came, hit me, I was spun in the air and everything.
Naveen has started ignoring me, Puneet. This is a great sign. That means we are very
I have
comfortable
to get on with my story.
Yeah,
I don't have time for this. No asides. Okay, so then when I reached class, I do a little more limping, because I'm hurt and all. But he's like, when you got hit? I'm like, just 10 minutes ago.
Hmm.
Like, where were you 2 hours ago? I'm like, I was not here. Then what happened? So now he's not even empathizing with the fact that I got hit by a bike
But he's
because
right, because you're coming to the point of your pain, but
yeah,
you ran late before that.
yeah.
That pain is just
So
incidental.
then I had to be like, my mom had to go to the hospital and everything.
Oh,
And it's
अच्छा,
like,
वो भी हो
wow.
गया same.
Thank God you're a comic.
वो नहीं हुआ था, मेरे को सब like
तू
करना
और
पड़ा।
स्पर्श लिखो ना एक बड़ा script. We'll get it.
Yeah.
Dharma will pick it up tomorrow, yaar.
Book of
Bike
Lies.
destroys family, and next thing you know, yeah, it looks great to me.
Nice.
Yeah, so we don't have a list of stories, right?
We do.
Oh, shit.
We always do.
Yeah,
Then
let's
why
do
are
it.
we calling Spurs? Spurs, if you're watching the show or listening to the show, you can relax here. Come later, no problem.
Yeah, get a haircut and
Yeah,
come.
don't
Yeah,
come.
Brush, and brush your teeth now. Enough of all this just walking in any time here.
बड़ा सुहाना मौसम है आज. Like, that's a very nice feeling. I open my windows and
I love it.
Yeah.
Most people get depressed with
FM
no, but you don't like
Panvel.
no, he doesn't like it because of the train, the whole issue of traveling. But
If you're taking the route from Panvel, Pen, Alibag, it would have been much nicer view-wise. You know what I'm saying?
we'll get you a boat, yeah.
Yeah, you had to come with Tukaram in your face. That's a whole different thing. Always. A guy named Tukaram. Not
No.
It's a common name from Panvel.
Okay, I would stop there. We are not.
now.
When you live in Delhi, you make fun of Maharashtrians. Remember, that's the rule. Yeah.
Oh no, yeah, like Delhi में तो कुछ और ही चल रहा है.
Yeah.
My friend Daddy told me a story of I don't know who was telling me the story. Like it was just like people were having they do these gadies now the people they
I love
drink-
gadies.
Yeah.
It
So
gives
they
you something to do when you have no work.
Yeah.
For comics, is great.
So two Haryanvi gangs are
Huh.
buying booze and eating at
Going
some,
round
at
and
some
round.
teka, and then they both stop the car. One guy's getting food and the car opens. And oh yeah, apna guest was only telling us on Vartalab. So one guy,
Akash.
no, he was who was the guy? Abhilash from TVF, the actor.
Oh, I don't know.
He's an RJ also.
Okay.
So
Just pretend you know Punit.
yeah, so
Abhilash! What
yeah.
is saying? Or kya?
Abhilash Taplial, yeah.
We should be half an hour finding out get his Aadhaar card, find out his
You
gender.
ask this question, then I get sidetracked.
You become like me now. All the details are more important than the damn story.
I'm maturing into
Oh,
Cyrus.
my God.
So then this guy opens the door and the other guy's food falls down or something, and then he shoots him because he's like, how could
What?
you? Yeah, it just straight up shoots him. I'm like, if
You know, Gedi Marna is like
I know, but
shopping for
yeah, window shopping for crime. It's
crime,
like,
yeah,
आज क्या
essentially.
करना है?
Yeah.
but was it like nice food at least? I mean, to die for that. I mean, what was it?
I mean, if it's in Haryana, it's good food only. Like,
I hope so.
The food is good. That's always like a thing about oppressed regions. Is the food is
But
good.
let me tell you about North India, lots of vegetarianism. Huh? People are all wrong about this. Oh, they eat meat and all that. The only people who eat meat all the time are Parsis. Okay, I'm sorry to say, my Muslim brothers and Punjabis, Haryanvis, all of you,
Yeah.
none of you all eat meat like us. Sad to say. I mean, not sad to say. It's good.
Speaking of North India, our first topic.
Oh, you're in charge.
No, I'm in charge, but
you're
you
in
just
charge.
take in charge. I think I like
Punit,
this.
what's going on?
What topic is
Yeah,
this?
so
Your Kharge, your Tharoor.
in
I'm not
UP,
sure now.
a man called off his wedding because his bride to be didn't get enough marks in standard 12th.
Yeah.
So headline पढ़ के I thought finally feminism has reached UP.
Okay, first point,
But
before you start, they've just, it's pending in Parliament. In a couple of years, they'll pass it that a woman's age has to be minimum 21 for marriage. Huh?
Yeah.
That will be
Yeah.
passed in the next year or two. So at 12 standard, if I remember, is 18-ish, 18, 19?
18 is 12, yeah.
Yeah, so that's a little scary.
yeah, but
Huh.
she could have flunked a few years.
Oh, that's-
Clearly, her
oh,
marks
wow,
are
Punit, your hatred for UP. Straight away, वो on पढ़ लोगे वो बहन I don't believe she's in the 12th. Huh?
So I was like, ठीक है, it's interesting, but as soon as you go into the story, first line is actually this is the groom story, bride story that he asked for more dowry.
More dowry, yeah. Which again contradicts the whole point because I think dowry is usually equivalent to how much education
So
you
now
have.
dowry doesn't go into cash. Now mostly you have to give things, so it's not.
It was always
It's like
that.
it's not dowry, but it's not.
It
No,
was
it
always
became
that,
more and
yeah.
more like the
Yeah.
transaction
now
is like
you can
not.
GPay it, so it's
Yeah. Just buying bail bonds and shit.
I keep telling my wife, yeah, what about us? You know, I mean, money only goes out of my pocket. Nothing ever came in.
Yeah, I saw a photo of Aisha at time, apna Gateway of India modeling
Yeah, yeah.
years ago.
You know when?
In a
Yeah,
blue clothing.
1994, 5 or something.
Randomly, I saw that.
That's why I married her because she looked nice then.
Yeah, she looked
Yeah.
very hot in that.
Yeah, that time.
Great.
You were also straight then. See what happened now. Years, changes happened.
The gateway.
Yeah.
Yeah. Gateway drug.
Really.
But yeah, so Cyrus, would you ever not marry somebody for education? Because like you married because she was hot, you said.
I would like the more stupid the better, I would think. Because you don't want any arguments, you know. You want someone who's like, huh? You know, I honestly think best relationship is one person who uses only one syllable. You know, like literally, they just everything that
Wow.
it'll be like, ooh. I waited for that perfect girl, but the women I met all talk too much, and I think deep down I'm attracted to fiery women, alpha women. So I just get screwed, not in the sexual way, in every other way. Yeah. Puneet, what about you?
Right now, as long as it's legal, I'm up for it. So
Because you're all about the law.
yeah.
And whatever the central government passes, you're like, I accept it. This is
Yeah.
good for the society. Samaj ka seva karte hai ye log, and you follow it.
Yeah.
Fair enough. Yeah. Naveen?
I would. I don't want too much education, to be honest, either.
Yeah.
It's just when someone like, I think some people who are too smart are too much to talk to. Like it's just like once I met this guy who was into whole PETA thing, and then in 2 days I blocked him. I'm like, I don't want to. Like
See, I tell
you're too
you,
smart for
your
me.
theory is what
Yeah.
now? The democratic thought, egalitarian thought. The problem with that is there'll be arguments.
Yeah, everybody has one.
Okay.
Yeah,
So that's why top dog, bottom dog works much better in relationships.
absolutely.
You look at
absolutely.
it in anything, in a sports partnership, in any business partnership. The
Yeah.
moment you have this democracy and madness, it just circles.
Also, it should
How-
not be like in every arena, right? For example, like when it comes to public speaking or doing all of this thing, in my relationship I'm more forward, but technologically like my partner is more sound. So when it comes to setting up like how Rishi does the mic and everything, he's more good at that. So I'll let him take the lead in that department and I'll be the beta there, so in walks of life
That's fair.
we can
That's
also
fair.
do that.
But at the end of the day, the main things in life are checkbook.
Yeah.
So in the joint account, who's running it? Who's the head financier?
His daddy.
Then I'm sorry to say that you're the beta only.
No,
then
I make
beta.
my own money, he makes his daddy's money.
That maybe,
Simple.
but you don't have a joint account.
No, we can't have a joint account.
Why?
Welcome to India 2023, Cyrus.
Two males can't have a joint account.
No, we
No,
can't because we are
unless
not
you're
legally
Government of
together.
India, hear me now. And people don't put the podcast
Why do you
off. I
think?
won't shout
Why
again.
do you think there's a same-sex marriage appeal going on? Because we don't want the beauty of marriage that heteros have. Fuck that shit. We just want that simple right to have a joint account, to have like a legal lease that we can have with our
Inherit-
Hey,
partner.
that's not
It's
fair.
all of
Friends
that.
of mine have gone to Australia to get married and all that nonsense
But
because
How
I mean,
doesn't
they want to
matter
get
in India?
married,
Doesn't matter in India, no. The laws don't apply to Indian couples as long as they're not married in India.
but they can get married in Australia
That
and
is
then they
just they do in India also. They do the fairas, they do the fucking priest acting like.
yeah.
But it's
that's
not.
just for
It's
Instagram.
it's for Instagram. It's for like those. Again, it's mostly the upper class,
So you
very
can't claim
rich
the money.
Hindu gays who can do that. Okay.
I can't. If you're split, if you and your partner split, the lower financial one can't claim. 50.
On
That's
everything, my
nothing.
nominee is my mom because I don't have a child either, so I can't have it anybody
That
else.
sounds really gay, Naveen.
Yeah.
Really.
Exactly. I'm like the character whale.
Speaking of inheritance,
That's a very very Parsi story. Everything goes to my mom.
no,
Yeah.
it gets weirder.
Now to
Cyrus.
watch who dies first. Essentially.
Ooh.
A man who has just passed away, his will said that he has some 5 crores in property, but he wants it to be passed on to his 2 elephants.
Yeah.
So sweet.
Rani and Moti.
One of whom is dead already.
Couldn't we give them other names? The people of India, what's good? All the animals have 5 names. You know, it's going to end.
The
now.
male ones are Gajraj.
Yeah.
Or-
Female ones are Rani Moti.
yeah, it should be a little more surprising, like Prathamesh. And
Yeah.
then
I would
elephant
love
walks
that.
in.
Pushottam. Those are good names. You
Yeah.
know. Harivansh Rai. You know, it should have a long feel to it. Siddaramaya. These are my elephants.
But
So what's-
it gets weird.
Is it allowed in this country of ours? I have to keep checking.
I
law.
am not sure. I don't can do it legally.
Or will the judge have to re-look at it and say,
So
okay,
he's not leaving money, he's leaving property. So
Huh.
basically, like it's a 5 crore property that is just
But
in
it has to-
Dehradun.
but then how do they
No, property
mean,
is in
technically-
Patna,
I mean-
elephant is in Dehradun. So that's another problem.
transport?
Yeah, so essentially there'll be a what do you say, a vanguard of sorts, like who'll be kind of officiating the estate when that happens.
That's what. So who's that guy?
So I don't know.
That guy
person.
basically owns the
The
property.
news will obviously be elephant ko de diya. They won't talk about the guy in the middle. But obviously
He'll sell the
somebody-
elephants to Tokyo Zoo and say, "Oh, mar gaya, it was very bad season or something." Yeah.
it depends on if the heart is in the wrong
And
place.
then
like,
very nonchalantly they mentioned that he was a wildlife conservationist. So the
Oh.
government has entrusted him with some wildlife
Okay.
sort
But
of
does he have offspring?
guardianship. No, obviously not.
No,
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 but in case he does, that kid will feel really bad,
Yeah.
no?
irrespective, the elephant should get it, I feel.
I also feel I'm totally.
No
No,
child
s-
should get inheritance because then that spoils them.
So
from
they're
the
saying
beginning.
all these
Suck,
nice
children
things
suck.
about him, that he had the elephants, he loved them, and even the government entrusted him with some wildlife guardianship.
Hmm.
But then it said that he was suspecting that he'll get murdered. That's why he shifted from Patna to Dehradun.
Hmm.
Eventually, he did get
Would
murdered.
he get
after
murdered in Patna more likely than
Wo-
Dehradun? I mean,
वो
technically.
बोला ही नहीं है. You,
Yeah.
you try to find out yourself. So he
हाँ.
actually got killed.
Like the mafia, animal, the pusher, what do you call them? Poachers.
I
Yeah,
mean,
it's
that
a huge mafia, the poacher mafia. They do
nah,
bump off
no,
people.
no,
I got threats.
that's too simple a plot. No, in
Huh.
today's Netflix world, there has to be something more weird.
Acha, there have to be.
Yeah.
So he's in love with a transgender person, and then that whole shame to society, and then you think it's the mafia. I like your thinking. Okay, start writing, Naveen. I'm giving you the plot. Yeah, come on.
Yeah.
Yeah, put it together. Yeah.
It's crazy.
Puneet will put 5 jokes on the railways in the middle to make sure that everybody's happy. Yeah.
Yeah.
You're laughing. You're laughing after spending 3 hours in a train. These are such Mumbai. I don't know about the rest of India. Please in the chat if you can tell us. This is Mumbai stories. When we have the
what
rain,
troubles you? Yeah.
and then the trains coming to a standstill, then slowly everything there's a domino effect.
Yeah.
From the trains, then the guys are coming late, then the rickshaws, then the buses, then the cars.
There was that old movie, no, Hathi Mere Hathi.
I
Yeah.
love
I
that
think they paid the Hathi in that movie.
movie.
They wouldn't have, right?
Who?
No, they paid the owner of the
Of course they have to
elephant,
pay. I mean, technically,
But-
but technically,
But back then there was like no animal
No.
watching people.
no one
nothing.
on the set while the elephant is dying in the heat and all.
That
Nothing.
elephant did real stunts. There's a scene where he's stuck in a ditch and
Yeah.
everything. He had to act the entire thing on his own only.
Yeah.
It's
Yo,
crazy.
we even sang the lead song, title
Yeah,
track.
chal,
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 chal.
chal, mere hathi.
Yeah,
That
the,
he sang. That's him. That's clearly him. You're right, Naveen.
Sound-
Spot on, bro.
took
You
him
know
to
your-
Mehboob studio
That
for
song
voiceover.
is cruelty by itself.
Oh,
Yeah.
compared to today's music, my Tupac Shakur. What the
I-
hell are you
I-
talking about?
But
Rajesh
I
Khanna like
go
this.
to all the touristy places and there they will have this bird, which will come and sit on your hand, and then
Yeah.
you pay for it for him
Okay.
to sit there and take
Yeah.
a photograph.
Oh,
When
male bird. Acha.
wo
I
to-
was thinking this young girl. Anyway, huh? So what
yeah,
happened?
a proper like a falcon or something.
And only you, Puneet, will go and ask her to sit on your hand. Can you imagine? Yeah. Who's that model? Come better.
And she starts actually flying.
They'll say नहीं उसके लिए Amex card चाहिए. नहीं, ऐसा- I just feel bad because then a bird doesn't even know that he's earning money. He should open an account in his name, at least GPay
Yeah.
him something.
But I don't know. See, I suppose if you really love your animal or whatever, it's one and the same thing.
Yeah.
The money goes to the person who's looking after the animal. So in a sense, that's good. What else can we do? I mean, we'd love to actually give it to the animal, but the animal can't operate it.
Yeah, because
yet.
it takes money to also take care of the animal.
Yeah.
So if you want
So
the entertainment out of it, you have to keep them around.
some of these
also.
guys get a bad name because they think they're treating their horses badly and all these Odawalas and that we see.
Yeah.
But if you speak to them and you talk to them and you get to know them a little bit, they give everything to their animals. Some of them are really, really animal lovers.
But
And
also, like you've seen, like I've seen photos of like years of how the backs of the horses or elephants or camels will just get the spine will get bent because of years of
Yeah,
touristing
so
and all
there's-
thing. So they are exploiting them for gains. That's
True,
be
but
really.
that doesn't mean there's no bond there. No,
Of course there is-
Again, I don't bring
yeah.
about Majburi back in, but sometimes you're born in a cycle.
correct.
When
yeah.
you just inherit this kind of job.
Even when
and
the circuses were shut down, like one of the main thing was like
there was no work for comedians. By the way,
that's comedy circus.
come on, bro. Come on.
That's
For
what
us
it was.
older comedians, we can still be clowns. You put
Yeah.
that red ball, the table tennis ball, and just go. Yeah, see, you're laughing.
I watched the movie Dumbo recently. That's why it's bringing back horrible memories.
Elephant and clown. Wow, you're
yeah.
superb. Look at the reference to context, brother.
But that's the thing, right? Like a lot of people were keeping tigers in cages in horrible conditions, but a lot of circuses were not
Jackie
that.
Shroff?
What?
No.
Hey, how bad is that new movie that we didn't even remember
What?
it? How bad is the new circus movie that we didn't even remember it? The one with Ranveer in it.
Oh, nobody knows about
Which
this.
circus movie?
It's spelled Cirkus or something like that.
That's
Yeah.
a German circus.
Circus, yeah.
I don't
Nine.
know. He made a movie called
But
Circus.
speaking of leaving inheritance to animals, Freddie
Hmm.
Mercury famously wanted to leave all of his inheritance to his cats. He had like
Hmm.
6 of them living
Hmm.
when he passed away. But then you couldn't back then, so all of it went to his ex-wife,
Hmm.
ex-girlfriend Mary, right? And then she has all the money, all his
So
inheritance.
he
went
was
to
a
him.
Bandra girl before it was cool to be one.
Yeah. But if you
Freddie.
see like and then even then his partner was in hiding because they couldn't come out publicly, right? So there's this
So
before
one second, the partner, the male partner, the
Hmm.
actual partner got nothing.
nothing.
Wow.
Because even then
That's a bit
UK,
mean, huh?
yeah, even the UK, the laws came much later, no, Cyrus. Like
Oh.
same-sex equality didn't come
But
to
did he
UK.
at least tell her that she has to look after him, Mary?
Yeah, of course.
Oh, that was understood.
She was always like by his side even after he had fully come out. And
No, but
everything.
what about that guy, the lover? Does he get anything or
The
not?
lover also was they both ran the estate together for.
Well,
a
I heard he
while.
was straight. He only did this for
No,
money.
he was actually gay. He
I'm
really
just
loved
kidding.
him. He really loved him. No.
Nah, Naveen,
No,
come on.
Because if you see like
He's no Sriram. This is Puneet
no,
here.
not much moves me in life, but then
Yeah.
like there's like a whole montage of like his last moments when he was close to
Yeah,
dying,
yeah.
with his partner and the cats, and Love of My Life plays in the background.
Yeah, lovely song.
Nothing will shatter you like that. It's just
Love
that.
of my life. Come on, Puneet.
Yeah.
Was his partner also Parsi?
No, Baba. No,
No, no.
he denied that Parsi thing, He didn't,
He wasn't proud
kept
of
it
it. Yeah,
down.
yeah,
Acha
And he
in
kept saying he
identity.
was from like Zanzibar, which he was technically there. I think he was born there.
yeah.
So he was more like this exotic North African guy and all
He
that.
preferred Zanzibar over us. Like,
Well, if you live in Panchgani, you look like silvery after some time, and
Because
you
yeah,
can
you know,
understand.
every other person from Dadar is like, yeah, I
Yeah,
went to Panchgani and I
Well, but
went.
that's great. Now when you're
Yeah,
super famous with Amitabh Bachchan, it's the same thing. How
yeah,
everybody says, I was in school with him, I was in Dadar with him, I played cricket with him,
yeah,
I played this, I did that. Hello, it's a bit
yeah.
too
You're
much.
metric of famous,
Yeah.
whatever them minus me. You know,
Like
it's
everyone I know is in Crore College. I was in 1 year. He was 2 years my senior. I met him. We did one play. Thank you.
yeah, cool.
It's too
Okay,
much.
cool.
One
Yeah,
day they'll talk about us, guys. Can you imagine?
yeah.
Oh.
We have to take a break now
No,
because
there's no break in this show.
there's no break.
No, we don't have. We don't have. We have a break.
That was members only.
What the hell's going on, man?
Yeah,
Every week y'all change it.
this for everybody.
Where's that bloody producer Sparsh? Huh?
So now we now
Used to
we-
be a Hindi film which won awards, and now he's this guy with long hair. He's never on time.
I think it should be renamed Mehsoos.
Yeah.
Sparsh is too much.
Yeah, because you already have a Masoom. So
Yeah,
that's out. Yeah.
Mehsoos.
Yeah. Okay, so we'll be back with Apu Raja highlights in about a few seconds.
Okay,
In the meantime,
our podcast has
apologies.
gone premium. It's called Club Cyrus Says. You can be a member. Join now. Don't waste any more time. In fact, don't listen to me. Just go and join. You'll get exclusive tidbits, features, insights, all kinds of stuff that nobody else will get. It'll be just for you. Join now. Become a member of Club Cyrus Says. Ji haan.
Hey everyone, it's been another great week on the IVM Podcast Network. Listeners, presenting to you Club Vartalab, the premier tier offering for our podcast. Here you get a number of perks like access to extra bits and clips from the episodes, completely unfiltered, uncut and raw. The chance of watching or listening to the full episodes 2 days before the official release. An absolutely free of cost entry to the Vartalab Just Us live shows. That's right, stories in person. Occasional live streams of the episode tapings on YouTube, an exclusive members-only Telegram group with Akash and Naveen, and you also get your name on the producer slate at the end credits of the episodes. Whoa, that's a lot. So go on to youtube.com/@Vartalab and click on the join button to become a member now. On Cock and Bull, Cyrus, Akash and Abbas discuss India's big win at the Oscars and the new move Berlin made of allowing women to swim topless in their country. On the Habit Coach podcast, Ashton doles out tips to overcome inconsistencies while preparing for UPSC exams. And on Storytellers and Story Sellers, Vinny takes us through the films that have made it to the Oscar nominations and shares trivia about them. Once again, do not forget to visit our merch store on ivmpodcast.com. We've got some super cool and exciting stuff over there for you and your loved ones. Follow us on social media. We are at IVM Podcast on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and LinkedIn. If you like our shows, then do not forget to spread the word. You know, it really helps us a lot. And of course, don't forget to rate and review our shows on whatever platform you are listening to them. All our video shows are also available on youtube.com/IVM Podcast. And finally, we would like to thank our sponsors this week, LIC of India, Yono SBI, Cash Free Payments, and HDFC Mutual Fund. Thank you so much for making this possible.
Now, Kirori Mal Diaries have come back as my I mean, what the hell? It's just rubbish. Yeah.
if you read Amitabh's tweets, you would believe that he barely went to college.
Oh.
He has to number them. Yeah.
Oh, ouch, ouch. Anyway, I'm a fan, so that's 2-1.
My favorite thing is when he misnumbers them and then he
Yeah.
puts out that I've misnumbered T 2045 instead of 2046.
3-1. I feel like Liverpool at the moment. I need some goals. Huh.
No,
Yeah.
of course, like he's a great actor. I was watching.
Too late. You can't do that. Well, you can't do this being human dialogue. Abhi ho gaya. Huh.
Wow.
Yeah.
Cool.
So,
This is my favorite story of this week, by the
yes,
way.
now let's start.
Yeah.
The formal show, Shweta is complaining. I lost track of the show. Live chat is doing anything else. Live chat, please continue doing anything else. Do not waste your time.
Yeah, we are doing our own thing.
Yeah.
After a tiff, a man burns 8 vehicles in a bid to torch estranged wife's two-wheeler in Pune. So he didn't know which was her two-wheeler, so he burnt 8 vehicles in an attempt.
The words "hum honge kamyab" ek din come to mind. He just didn't stop.
But that explains the estranged part.
Yeah.
He didn't even know what bike she has.
He burned 3 motorcycles, 2 cars, and
Can I
2
tell you a
auto rickshaws.
really bad metaphor from this? That Malaysian Airlines, where the guy had lost his mind, the pilot, because the wife left him, and then he, took the plane down.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the story?
It's the same thing because you're so angry, you don't care about anybody else. So in your anger towards that one person, there are only 8 vehicles,
Yeah.
but then people all lost their lives. But the same thing.
The plane that never
That-
got recovered.
there are
that
two.
one.
There are two. One is the one that went into the
MH370 is
ocean.
the more conspiracy one.
Yeah.
The other one was where they found.
बॉस ये इसका prejudice है कि ट्रेन है तो उसके बारे में जानकारी है, प्लेन है तो he is not interested. What Rishi, you talk about this in public with
No,
people, yeah?
So my
Train over
partner has
plane.
been watching all these all these documentaries about last famous flights that went missing or crashed
Yeah.
and everything and what went
Damn
wrong.
scary, man.
Yeah, and he's scared of flights also. Like when we went to Goa, the
why would you let
entire,
him watch it? He'll never take the flight again.
so he's trying to overcome his fears by watching all. That's what his theory is.
Right.
And it's not working because I have to then be like, every time we catch a flight, he digs into my hand and everything. Okay, and I'm like, it's just fine. Like
Yeah.
if we die, go down in one go.
I told my wife also we'll stay in India to overcome fascism, but at the moment we're really struggling.
Yeah, we're like, we'll fight the system.
Yeah, it's not working. Huh?
To make matters worse, I showed him the movie Alive, which is famously the movie where they crash land in the Andes and
But some
they-
people live. Huh?
yeah, the people who are living, they eat each other and all of that happens.
Yeah,
right? So
yes.
it's
Cannibalism.
But
Yeah.
you can't blame them. What are you going to do? There's no
yeah,
Zomato.
90 days they were there.
Everyone can't be vegetarian. Yeah.
It's like, bhaiya, a human body part baar rakh dena darwaze
That's why I always keep Kunal with me. 2 reasons. Predator, I'll outrun him.
And also, yeah.
Secondly, if there's nothing else, they'll go eat the fat guy first. Sorry, Naveen. Huh? Whoever's the most plump. Punit, you and I are
Apparently,
lucky.
so there's been enough research done on cannibalism and why it's such a thing.
Huh.
And so certain cannibals have claimed that the closest.
These are guys from Bandra.
Huh,
Yeah, go
yeah,
on.
from I want nicknames. I want,
Names.
I want to say from behind Saint Carmel. But so they have claimed that the closest meat that comes to flavor is pig.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I read the same
Yeah,
thing.
so like human meat is the closest to
Yeah.
pig meat
in
and
taste and texture and all
texture
that.
and the quantity and everything. So it kind of is baffling, like how is that thing?
Wow.
And my
or it's something God is trying to tell us. So we're basically pigs.
yeah,
Which is fair.
yeah, it's
A very
exactly.
intelligent animal, by the way. Yeah?
But
Very, very
in
empathetic also,
certain
yeah.
cultures, like they would eat their family members as a sign of respect.
I would do it without respect. I have a few. I would just put them on the stake and slowly charcoal tandoor. Yeah.
There was also an article I read, and this is a little bit of a gross out, but a girl famously fried her period blood and claimed that it was like a bacon strip at the end of it. That's what she
And
claims.
what did it taste like?
Bacon strip.
Really? You
like,
think?
like a strip of bacon. That was an
It
article I
tasted
read
like
like 5
viral
years ago.
success. Cyrus, that's what it
Entrepreneur
tasted
ji,
like.
entrepreneur ji, सोच रहे हैं? Is there something in it for us?
Yeah,
As marketing specialists for us to look at this?
How,
So in
how
the
do
grand
I
scheme of
offend
things,
all
Shweta
religions?
and gang, all the ladies on the show, we apologize.
No.
Naveen comes with information which is always credible.
Yeah.
And
But in the grand scheme of things, now do you think pronouns are the biggest enemy?
I don't think so.
Exactly.
No.
Exactly.
I think food is so subjective thanks to Naveen opening our eyes. Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Himisha saying Silvery. Himisha, Navroz Mubarak, and may you have a great year. Silvery did 5 topics yesterday, she said.
Oh, we already covered 4.
Yeah, let's go.
Really?
Yeah, we went to 4.
कहने में
already.
क्या अर्ज है?
Let's-
7. We have done
let's-
7. 8th one coming
I
out.
recently found out that Imran Khan is 70 already.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
doesn't look.
Don't look at it. Yeah.
Apparently, he's the best looking statesman in the subcontinent, which is not saying much.
Yeah.
Right, look around, but yeah. Yeah.
At,
I
at a
mean,
lower
like, but
budget.
right now-
Can I segue to him? They sent the Sharif government sent 10,000 cops and army personnel to his house.
Yeah.
10,000 to arrest one man.
Yeah.
I'm talking about my VIP issues here in Mumbai. I'm thinking, really?
This is.
I mean, he's a tough
This
guy
is
and
the
all that. But
plot of a South Indian action
but
movie.
Exactly.
But
Exactly.
look at
Where
the-
it's like, I'm going to walk out like Shiva.
I want accountability in the subcontinent. What a cost to company? You really need 10,000 people to go to a house and get one guy.
And they couldn't do it apparently.
No, because last time when they went,
Because the government,
they
the
beat
judge
them up, no?
changed the order and
No,
said,
but they fought
reversed it.
for a while, no, and they did not
No,
succeed.
Mrs. Khan was there. You can't arrest her. She fired them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that's also like last time when they had Hatapai, they actually won in a way, the
Yeah.
politicians. That's why they were like, less than 10,000 people.
You
this time.
forgot what late Jalalita ji did to Karna.
Oh,
so
correct,
vicious.
yeah.
I mean,
and
he was
to you
arrested
guys also. So,
at
The way he was carried out was
4
like the
a.m. Naveen.
funniest
And
thing
they
ever.
broke it. They had the news channels there.
Yeah.
So first Tamil channels, then Hindi channels, all channels covered. BBC
Surya
covered it.
TV, yeah. Just
4
like-
a.m. Your
Yeah.
chief minister 24 hours ago or whatever, he's being dragged out. They
Yeah.
couldn't wait till 7.
Yeah.
His crime is so bad. I mean, that's the viciousness of politicians. They're special people.
Yeah. Have you seen the show Veep?
Yeah, VP.
No. So about how
Of the vice president,
Yeah. Louis Dreyfus, right? It's
Yeah.
amazing.
Julia
Louis
Marie
Dreyfus.
Dreyfus.
Louis, I said
Louis,
Louis.
yeah, yeah.
let's just say
So
Elaine
Elaine. She's the daughter of one of the richest men in the world. Or now he's dead, so she
Ah.
inherits it. Yeah, she didn't need the acting career. This is
Yeah.
how the God is a comedian. Now we guys struggle with everything with no talent, and then they give somebody everything.
And now she's in the
And
Marvel
more.
universe also. So
In
now
Marvel
she's-
Universe, she
next 20 years she
didn't need the money of her dads.
Yeah.
But if she had the money of her
Who
dads,
is she playing?
She plays that Val character. No,
Huh.
she's like the anti-hero, like the anti.
she's playing Wonder Person
Okay.
because of the transgender issue and all, we don't say man or woman.
No. She's
Wonder
she's,
Person.
she's
Bad Thing.
she's
I was
a-
watching
she's a
Bad Thing. Bad Thing is
government
coming
agent.
to theaters.
calm down. I'm the Marvel expert here. Okay?
तेरा क्या चाहता है
ये
सारा?
मेरा घर संसार है. Okay.
Balls bang जो
Balls.
जब चाहिए तो ये तेरी बानियान होता है.
Super person, ऐसा bad person.
Yeah.
Bad-
But
it tried that,
he
okay?
wants to play this
No,
game.
they made
The chat wants to
Bad
play.
Woman was queer in her show, and that show very famously failed. So like
Yeah.
I'm like, slowly
In
we'll
fact,
get
for
there.
Superman, because he's gay, they're calling him
Oh,
Super.
oh, wait, oh.
Please
Our
turn
own
the
Nanda
cameras.
Tyagi is here.
Turn the
Oh,
cameras.
so much pain.
Oh,
अरे ऋषि give him a chair यार. Chair दे उसको यार.
देखा acting देखा.
Yeah.
The young Amol Palekar in a 70s film making his entry in low lighting.
Bro, both your legs are swollen, dude. What happened?
Wow.
Rock and roll ain't easy.
Oh my God. And
Oh,
now
shit.
he's zameen pe baith gaya.
Oh.
Zameen pe baith gaya, ladies and gentlemen. Look at the pain, the pathos.
Oh, shit.
And Rishi is laughing, you insensitive bastard. Look at this. Look at this.
Ashiki part 3 already happening.
Yeah. Oh, I think I'll keep the camera here. You don't need to see my face. This is beautiful. Yeah. Chennai music in the background. What do you recommend, boys?
Pa, 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 pa. Should I leg also, na? Should I leg also? That's hurt.
Quickly, come on, can you tell us on the mic what happened? Okay, no, he can't get up. He can't stand
Do
up.
we have a Spotify playlist for fractures?
Yeah. I think by afternoon he should be better. That's my
Yeah.
personal.
We'll do the story on Vartalab
Yeah,
exclusively.
yeah, exactly.
When Spurs comes. Okay, last story for the day before we go into
And
AMAs.
next time, don't put your foot in your mouth. This is what happens.
Okay, this is a great story from Patna,
Huh.
where at the railway station, pawn was played for 3 whole minutes. And
So heartwarming. What a story.
yeah, and the thing about
But it doesn't mean you're rushing to Patna. It's definitely a good advertising, but I don't think everyone's saying, let's take a chance.
everywhere you look in Patna, somebody's getting fucked. So
Say something, Spurs. This is the BR bashing. I won't allow it on my show.
So and look at the people just like standing over there and watching it. This shows typically how they like
But Navin, you have to
It's like-
verify and plot kya hai. People have to ask,
Yeah,
answer the
yeah.
questions, the important
3
questions.
minutes mein it's like that's the average for Indian men anyway. So they're like we're okay with
Wow.
3 minutes of standing over
Punit
here.
is giving me an extra minute. This guy is great.
3 minutes for people below 50. Uske
Yeah.
baad it gets
When
1
it
minute.
played on all the screens, I only wonder if the sound was on or not.
Sound can't be on, na? Because
Really?
it's just display screens. So what they don't know, like what are most of our governments are getting wrapped up in the whole let's technology. We'll get nice things, but they don't know it's a very easy thing to
Okay.
hack. Even the
No, exactly. So I want to ask you a
Haji Ali
question
thing.
because this happened a few times. This
Yeah.
happened in a couple of, I think in Mumbai also this happened once.
Haji Ali.
Haji Ali.
Yeah.
So now, how does it happen? Like exactly, what do you think is the turn of events that cause it to happen?
So basically, there's a certain frequency which they have to tap into
Yeah.
essentially.
Yeah.
So they're playing all this wireless content, but like it's not tuned to a certain frequency. And if it's open to attacks by hackers, then it's fully like it's all online right now.
No,
Right?
is it mischief or is it coincidental and
It's
accident?
mischief. It's mischief.
Mischief,
It's proper plan. Like you have to go to a separate host computer and say, "Okay, this is where I want to project
in
it."
this case, I think one of the interns just plugged in his collection and he fell asleep or something. Or he went to
Yeah.
the washroom. And
If
started
somebody's
playing.
better at all
No,
this than me,
no.
please answer.
He was watching it on his phone, but sometimes you forget which is the phone and which is the Wi-Fi you are operating on, and so the switch happened.
This has actually happened
Common
with me
mistake.
once,
Yeah.
where basically, so we were at Bangalore Comedy Festival, and we were all in Siddharth Dudeja's room. Okay, we were all like partying after the show.
Siddharth is gay.
No, Baba. Bangalore Comedy Festival. Mein what?
There's something wrong with the
Punit,
question.
when you came to Bangalore, you were gay or what? Like, tell me that much. What did I say? Bangalore Comedy Festival. Mein
You
sab
call
kaise-
him Dudu all the time, and I
That's his pet name in the scene.
But it sounds funny, yaar.
So like we call him Poopa. Okay, we
Nay,
call
nay,
him.
nay, nay. Punit is not gay. He's unsuccessful
Nobody-
with women. Is not
So
gay.
it's a comedy
That's different.
festival. So everybody's chilling in the one room afterwards, drinking, ordering food, whatever. And then we all disperse for the night, okay? And I was playing music on Dudeja's Bluetooth speakers. And when I go back to my room, I'm like, okay, now time to retire. And of course, like why not just like pull up something to fall asleep to. So you know what I'm talking about. And I'm playing and the sound is not coming through my phone. And then I realized my phone is
They
still
were
connected.
listening.
No, only Dudeja was there,
Huh.
but he had kept the volume so low he couldn't even register because I asked him afterwards.
Huh.
But I was so
Was
embarrassed.
it
for-
hetero stuff? Or?
Of course not, Cyrus. Cyrus.
Oh
What
my
do you
God.
think was it?
Dudeja is gay. There's no question. Thanks to you.
He was not
Confirmed. Confirmed.
Before that, if he was
Yeah.
not, by then he was. So it was, yeah. So that's what faux pas can happen like that also. Bluetooth technology, wireless technology can just like connect to anything in
Oh,
My,
faux.
wow.
my worst story is we left the porn in the video cassette days in the
Yeah.
80s and 90s and left it inside the thing because the night obviously no one was in the house or whatever. And then
It
for
get
whatever,
jammed.
no, I forgot and somebody put it on. They think there was a cassette and the thing and all, they just put it on for whatever reason. And it was fucking,
Scary as fuck. Yeah.
you got, there's no comeback from that. How do you, I mean, come on. There's only one person who could have done it. There's
Yeah.
only one person who deliberately did it. So you got to just, it's
Do you know
really
the whole
shit, man.
Apple tag thing that people have been doing in America? So
Hmm.
Apple has an ID tag, which is like a magnetic thing that can go on anything you want to keep close to you.
Hmm.
For example, if your cycle, you want to know where it is, and later when
Yeah,
you
yeah.
So they basically had all of this technology. Now men are randomly putting those tags in women's cars and scooters and all, so to know where they go eventually. So if they know their house, they can then come and attack them and all of that.
What if you don't want to know where they are?
How did they not see
that's
this coming?
marriage. That's
Yeah.
different.
So now Apple
No,
also.
this is such a paradox. Yeah, the first 10 years you're with the woman, you want to know every movement and you're jealous about everything. The next 10 years you don't want to know anything.
No,
These are not women. They're with.
stalkers.
These are stalkers. Like they are
Oh,
following
lovely. That's a
randomly.
sport. That's a nice sport. It's something to do. Gady is what? At the end of the day, it comes to that only. You
Yeah,
take
but
rounds, you
when
look
when
at-
your house and everything is kind of outed to a random stranger, that's where it's scary, right?
Yeah.
Because America, as you know, they're like dry walls. Don't even have fucking cement walls, so you can just punch their way into it.
And they have guns. So.
And they have guns. So
I've
it's-
been stalked a lot. Every time I go to a new MNC building or whatever, the watchman follows me saying, "Kaun hai? Kahan se aa gaya?" They just follow you everywhere. It's just ridiculous.
Let me tag check karo.
But you know how mean I am? I don't know if you guys should try this also. I always, the answer should be correct but ridiculous. So it'll be like, "Kahan se aa gaya? Malabar Hill." Huh? Kisko milna hai? Not sure. Huh? So, because you're not prepared for these answers. It's just fun.
Yeah,
So please do that just to spread love in India as much as you can and keep the classes together.
yeah.
I don't want any disparity in thought, so I'd like to keep everybody happy wherever I go. It's a spiritual connection I have, bro. Let's hold hands and sing Kumbaya together. Come on.
Let's go.
Okay.
Except the pronouns. You say.
That's difficult. Yeah, but learning process, yeah.
Yeah.
With Naveen, because he's here, actually, he shouldn't be the guy talking for them because he's gay. He's not transgender. It's two different things, right?
But I know people who have.
But
gone
that's not
through it.
fair.
Of
You're,
course,
you're, you're taking over
of
that.
course,
That's
I'm
your
not speaking
thing.
for anybody.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to give some sense of knowledge that can be
Like
put in the
Punit,
world.
after girls, are you lost interest in that. Are you right-hander or left-hander? You can't be both, right? You decide.
I want to get a trans person on the show just so Cyrus.
We
can
should
have an
get
entire
no
meltdown.
jokes
Yeah,
apart. We should
yeah.
get a trans person,
Yeah.
and we should have this in a without insulting anybody. Of
Yeah,
course,
of course.
have this conversation because let's hear what they have to say. Oh, sorry, they, her, him.
See,
Person.
but you went with they first.
I went with they first. Yeah,
Exactly.
because I was thinking plural.
My point is
So
proved.
that's a language thing. But then it goes against the language thing because how are you in Hindi? What are you going to say in Hindi?
Aap. Hindi is actually the most gifted language
Okay, you
in
can
that
say aap
regard.
for everything, but it's just
Huh.
respect.
Because two is like कि तू छोटा है
That's
मेरे से, but
disrespect.
आप in
Yeah.
generally कि वे आ रहे हैं. Like you don't
हाँ.
have to be like कि वो आ रही
वे.
है, आ रहे हैं.
वे आ
No,
रहा
so
है.
वो आ रहे हैं.
For
वो आ
Parsi
रहे
kids,
हैं.
we just teach them कि वो का
वाह.
वाह, वे का क्या फर्क होगा, and then again you have to say now it's reversed. One more time.
They'll be like कि वे आ रहा है, आ रहा है.
Yeah. In the meantime, happy Navroz to all of us, and look at the young Messi who will not be playing for 6 months now because of this injury. How sad.
You mean music, right?
Yeah.
A messy
Yeah,
queen.
yeah.
You have to do AMAs, guys. Come on. Let's do.
We don't have to do anything. The audience is so angry that you started late. I was on time. Actually, all
Yeah.
three of us were on
All
time.
of us were on
Because we
time.
started late, we have time now, right? I mean,
He doesn't. He's lost
He's
credibility.
not-
He's no longer the producer.
All right, quickly before the AMAs, let's plug our stuff. Punit, are you doing
Yes.
shows?
What?
I'm always doing
Oh,
shows.
personal
yes.
stuff you.
Yeah.
This weekend, Saturday in Thane and Sunday in Bangalore, 2 shows. So
Yeah.
I hope to see you guys.
Nice.
Bangalore's closer, huh?
Yeah.
For a lot of us. Yeah.
I'm in Pune on Saturday at Too Good Club. Please come.
Too
watch.
good. That's
Yeah.
nice.
Yeah, TWOGOOD. Yeah, the Good Child is happening in Too Good. So please.
That's a cool name. I like this name already because it's a very Indian word, no? Arey, what too good hai, yaar.
Yeah.
Picture too good hai. Must hai, too good.
Very
Great.
nice.
Good planning.
Awesome. Cyrus, what are you doing this weekend?
This weekend, I'm hoping to do nothing like last weekend, and it should be fruitful.
Nice.
Let's hope for it.
I hope this
But
weather
on
stays for a
Thursday-
little longer though. I don't
Thursday,
know.
I'm at the Marriott, but it's a private function.
Not if you're in Panvel. You
Yeah.
No, but that won't happen every time. No, the trains don't get delayed all the time.
Not all the time.
Hopefully.
I can only imagine Rishi must be so happy on the weekends. Okay, I
But
don't have
what
to
we
go.
realize is Rishi is the most important person, guys, on the show.
We have, yeah.
Because we can replace all of us, including Sparsh, but we can't replace Rishi because we can't start the show.
You know what we should do? We should take all of Sparsh's daddy's money and give it to Rishi. So he can live comfortably in Andheri and this motherfucker has to go to Panvel.
1 second, you don't know Rishi is Sparsh's daddy.
Oh,
That's the bloody problem we are having.
That's why he's on the chair and he's on the ground.
Rishi
Yeah.
airport पहले आएगा कि bullet train?
Rishi, airport या bullet train? Oh, answer the question, please. Chat wants to know. Huh? What do you think? Esteemed Prime Minister has said that bullet train is on almost there. Yeah. Airport, I think airport second. Airport second. Because there's no personal interest. That was a Congress project to begin with,
Yeah.
which now they've usurped, but they may not have it if the government falls again. So I think airport is not that important for them.
So now there are two airports, North Goa and Goa.
Yeah,
So I think
yeah.
this airport should be called like South Lonavala or something. If it
They should.
comes
They'll
in,
give it a nice name like that, I'm
Like
sure.
Upper Vashi or something.
Upper Vash.
Cool. Let's go.
We've got a
with
very
this.
important message which
Oh.
going to the first camping trip of this year, says Monish to the Rocky. Cyrus, when was the last time you went camping? And he sent $6.99 Canadian,
Oh wow.
Oh wow.
which is the main thing. Monish, thank you so much.
Yeah.
I went camping just the other day because my house was being repaired
Hmm.
and my daughter wanted to sleep in our room, so I had to go camping and sleep somewhere else.
Where you slept?
Somewhere, I don't ask me, it's all like crevices. It's like a metro. My
Yeah.
house is a metro station at the moment with no I don't know when it's
But
going.
like real glamping, like not glamping. There's a new thing.
What is glamping?
It's glamour camping.
वो क्या होता है? ड्राइवर के साथ जा रहे
So
हैं?
the tent,
ड्राइवर
you,
गाड़ी रोको.
it's
हाँ.
a special tent that is air conditioned. You
हाँ.
sleep on a water
But
bed.
that's not fair
or-
because in
yeah,
Western Europe they don't need this air conditioning. Okay,
exactly.
because their camping is lovely the weather.
So they have heating.
heating, yeah. They have heating or
So that's
something.
glamping there, is it?
Yeah,
There's always way
No,
to
they have
spend money.
fires. Yeah, Pune. They are backward people. Europeans.
No, they're
Not
not.
like
That's what I'm saying.
Indians.
Glamping is a whole subgenre of camping. It's
Oh, is
not.
it?
It's for rich people who want to not sleep on the fucking rocks. So their sleeping bag is also like a full.
Imagine the
mattress.
one thing where luxury was not
Yeah.
present.
So they're carrying one water bottle and their servant is then carrying like an entire load.
Oh, so this is like me, Mary, and our minder going together.
Yeah.
And Mary had a little lamp.
Yeah.
Oh.
Would you leave all of it to Mary? Your property? And everything?
I would definitely leave lots of animal charities.
Yeah.
The
That's a
2,
good
3 that
idea.
I know well. I would
Yeah.
definitely leave. If I just safeguard the kids, and then maybe fuck the kids. I just leave it for the animals. You're right. And you really want to leave it for a tortoise or something?
Don't say fuck the kids, please, sir.
Yeah.
It's
Sorry,
out
I
of
didn't.
context. it's
I'm
easy.
sorry. So sorry. I stand corrected. Beautifully put.
Unfuck
Naveen.
the kids. Unfuck the kids.
No, this is LBW caught plumb in front of the wicket by Naveen. There's no question. Umpire has given the decision.
Yeah, my Catholic radar is too
Yeah.
strong.
Oh my God. And,
Cool.
Navroz Mubarak to your Catholic community. Yeah.
Her rose is Navroz for us.
There you go. And
Cool.
tomorrow is Gudi Padwa, which we don't have a live show on.
Yeah.
Till Spurs gets us more money.
Yeah.
So we have to wish people for Gudi Padwa. It's a holiday, by the way.
We're clearly getting Canadian dollars. I don't know where it's going to his knee
$7,
replacement surgery now. I think.
$6.99 mein you get vada pav in Canada. So you decide.
Grim Fandango, DOG, asks,
DOG.
at panel, is stand-up comedy scene in India stagnating? If not, then any new viral talents on the horizon? If you think stand-up is
Why would they say
right now-
stagnating? I thought it was the other way around.
yeah, you should have come to the festival that happened this
Yeah.
entire past weekend.
What
All of
festival?
Bombay, the Dead End Comedy Festival, right? Like
Oh,
Laughing Dead.
right.
In
All of
Bandra,
Bombay
it
was there.
great.
Yeah.
I was there. Both
Both
days
was-
we were there.
yeah.
We saw
Yeah.
it. He performed, and Daniel Sloss was here.
Yeah.
From Scotland. Yeah.
Scotland.
Right. And I must just say one thing. I don't think comedy is dying. I think it's moved everywhere. Because now they want comedians at building meetings.
So good comedy is still around and alive. The entry point.
He won't let me continue. But
Yeah.
I
The
had
entry
set
point
it up.
is-
But anyway. Go on.
The entry point has become now very accessible for a lot of people. So, for example, I'll see guys who can then pay a venue to record their material, and after 1 month of open mics, they're putting video out, right? And then somehow,
First open mic
huh,
direct.
huh. So they'll sponsor the post, they'll buy YouTube views and everything.
But you know how you want to know it's really thriving? You go back to the foundation, the grassroots. These are schools and colleges,
Yeah,
events, small events, which are non-professional. Where people start doing stand-up there, which they are doing.
yeah.
And forget English and
yeah.
Hindi
I
and
guess
all the
where
other
Grim is
languages.
coming from is that like he may not remember any great video that you must have saw.
No, he's judging by the panelists here. Yeah.
Not really. If you see even that day, the 2 p.m. showcase that Punit and I did, we were
Oh, you all did a show together?
yeah, we were like some of the best acts in the country at that point.
What
put
was the
together.
response? You got it like lots of people came for the festival?
Yeah, a lot of fun. It was just like, and we are like on the other side, so it becomes very
So
scary
who's
also.
Dead End? There's one lady called me up saying she's from Dead
Ravina,
End.
yeah, Ravina, she runs
to
Dead
do
End.
some clothes. Yeah.
So it's a
And when I sang Dead End, and she said, "Wow, you got it."
Yeah.
Apparently nobody gets it.
Yeah, that's the reference. It's too old a reference. but
Yeah,
it's a
wow.
great
yeah.
Oh,
reference.
so she's one of us. Is it?
Yeah.
Buddhima.
It's the first and only publication that covers stand-ups.
like a journalistic
Excellent.
body. Yeah.
Yeah. We've got our second donation of God,
A donation नहीं
Give me
बोलने
the
का
real.
रहता है.
13. Yeah, can you?
Donation.
The yellow bit at the bottom.
While my eyes are still fine.
Yeah.
Oh, Monish, you have a lot of money, man. Should I send you my private details also?
Yeah.
And if
Monish is not like that. There's a Monisha. I heard.
I don't care. I don't
much
care.
is it?
It's right now. It's $13.99.
Bro, this is like the
Dolores.
stock market. Guys, sell now.
Monish, if you're looking for a sugar baby, I'm ready. Okay, I'll de-age myself.
Don't say that. You have a partner now.
De-age
boss.
We'll both agree. Like my partner and I are both ready to be sugar babies. Okay, we'll split half of it also.
Are
You
you
don't have to put-
are you gay man or Randy? What is this? What is this going
I'm a
on?
Randy gay man.
Really?
Yeah.
Too Randy for me. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, but like as we would answer, comedy is not stagnating. It's doing well. People are doing, like, I'm touring, Punit is touring, Akash is touring. We're all performing constantly.
No, he's saying the next generation. His point is that is it so one generation is doing okay? What happens the next?
So
Thriving
now,
means the
in
business
fact,
get better
that's what I'm
for the
saying.
next
In
generation.
fact, last year, now we have two lineups which are like all the alternate path of it, right? Like Blue Material Night, which is comics from the DBA background, okay, Dalit Bahujan Adivasi background. They do comedy. So Ravi, Manal Patil, Ankur Tangade, they all come together and they'll own the stage as because DBA backgrounds have been always sidelined in the comedy scene. Now they can talk about it. Same with my queer lineup. We're all from the spectrum and we do our show because of, like, we want to talk about our lives from the queer lens perspective.
I feel you miss out on the biggest minority and the voice is not heard enough, and that is the Sindhis from Kandivali. What about them? Who's going to cry for them?
He's the only one, yeah.
He's kept the others
championing.
away. Kural Kamra is also from there, no?
No.
No, he's not from there, but he's Sindhi.
That's
Yeah.
good enough.
Dudu is also Sindhi.
They are the Shivaji
Dudu's
Park
very much
Sindhis.
Sindhi.
Yeah.
Quite a few Sindhis in comedy, no?
Yeah,
Quite a-
Atul Khatri.
Prominent ones. Abdul Khatri, 4. That's 4
Yeah.
already. There'll be at least one female.
And I mean, Khatri is the most Sindhi as far as material goes, but
Yeah.
the funny part is he can't speak Sindhi himself.
Yeah. He
It's
sold
a,
out.
it's a dying language.
He sold out.
That's what I'm hearing.
All my Sindhi friends can understand but not speak well, huh? But then they're South Bombay.
They claim they
yeah.
can't because they think it's not cool enough.
No, they can, but they struggle. You can. I hear them talking to their now no more and all that. But it's you can. There's
Yeah.
he's right. It is a dying language. You would say it's not a dying
It's,
language.
it is because we
One more
don't-
generation,
We
kitna
don't have
hoga?
a state. No, so if you have a state, there's some.
No, you also want a state. Get in the line, bro. Get in the fucking line.
The river bank is where it's at.
What have we created? Another monster, yeah.
We have one suburb. That's about it.
Which is
Ulhasnagar.
Well, that counts. That counts actually.
good old USA,
See, when,
India.
When there's no patronage like that officially, and then there is no art
yeah.
in that language, the language becomes coarse.
Yeah.
Right, because then the only language you have heard is the one you speak at home, and that
Yeah.
is kapda dhaya kya,
Uh,
bill bhara kya,
uh,
light band kar. So then
Uh.
it becomes very
Uh.
coarse.
Uh.
But the
what is chutia in Sindhi?
Same thing.
How sweet. There's such an economy on words. We'll keep that.
So what's Chadia? Chadia is also common. no?
He's like this crazy person. Like,
Yeah.
but see, Hindi or any other language which has plays, theater,
Yeah.
music, it softens the language
Multi-dimensional
at home.
language is what you're
Yeah,
saying.
it softens the language because you tend to copy what you see on screen and you
Yeah,
read.
yeah.
It softens your language. But if you don't have art, it'll become just like
All the Sindhis on the chat, please stand up. Please stand up.
Yeah.
Please stand up.
No, a fun community. I feel
Yeah,
Sindhis is like
yeah.
this really.
I we are married. One side is Sindhi from my dad's sister's side, of course, again passed away, and they're very gregarious, man. Great
Yeah.
fun,
Yeah.
great fun. Absolutely, the whole community is great fun and very loud, and didn't know so much about that growing up. And then my closest friend is a Sindhi, so I have got a lot of Sindhi.
Awesome.
influence.
We have more competition from Eknath JP, who has given us 110 rupees.
My heart started beating.
No.
Yeah, boss said 110 Canadian, bro. I can pay
Okay.
for Mikhail.
So he's
Huh.
paid 110 rupees. So we have to answer his question, okay? Because an AMA come directly from him.
That's our rate.
Yeah. I mean, we can go to the better also. So Eknath for 110, I'll answer the question. What I
Eknath Sahib, in case it's the big guy.
is JP. No. Sorry.
Oh, yaar, wo undercover hai.
Yeah. What are your YouTube consumption habits and patterns? To all of us on the panel.
Yeah. I can't get out of. I call it the page three fixation. You know how Mumbai, what is it called, Bombay Times
Mm.
killed our reading,
Yeah.
and we started all reading the same thing, and then you realize it's wrong because you were reading classics before that. Now you're reading this.
Yeah.
So the
Yeah.
shorts, I'm just not able to get out of the shorts.
That's the
Then I
that's
have
the
to
problem.
force myself. Then I'm watching like Cold Case or something, and I get into that.
Yeah.
Then again the shorts come, and then I can't get out of the shorts. There's some psychological issue, and I ask people, they're all in the same problem.
yeah.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
just that
And
dopamine rush has become so fast
10
now.
seconds,
It's just
20 seconds,
like,
10 seconds. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
It's a black hole.
And you know what I like? I can't believe what I like. I love watching police getting screwed.
Yeah.
So I just love those videos. And they're popping up all the time now. These American
Because
guys in
they
the camera.
understand
I
your
want to do the same
behavior.
thing.
Yeah.
No, it is that because they're
So,
bullies,
Yeah,
and
from the
they
time
get
you spent on
exposed.
every reel and short and everything, they're consuming
I mean,
everything.
it's so
yeah.
much fun when the guy
Algorithm.
says, give me your ID, and the other guy says, no. And he says, the guy could say body language. Why not? He says, I don't have to.
I've had the ads removed for 3 months on the trial of that premium thing, and once the ads are gone,
Life is so good. Life is so good.
But then so is all your free time. Because
But even your comedy, you're watching 2 minutes of Bill Burr, 30 seconds of, X guy and Y guy.
Yeah.
And so at the end of the day, don't watch the special. You're just watching bits.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that
Yeah.
what's going to happen to all of us? People
Eventually,
get our bits ready, bro. Nobody's
No,
interested in long form.
that's what I'm saying, right? Like right now, like even we put YouTube material out every few months or so because we want to take our bits and show that we have like an
How
entire.
dare you talk about your bits like that? But go ahead.
My bits are all over
I'd
the
love to
place.
see them.
So I will show you after.
Please do.
But then, but then now YouTube itself as a company has been like, oh shit, everybody's doing TikTok, everybody's doing Instagram Reels, so we should also do only that kind of content. So long form content is falling by the wayside. The reason the app or the website was invented is now by the wayside. So like Akash and I usually share like 42-hour long videos with each other because we're like this.
I don't think they watch.
We do.
Phone पे बताएगा सारा.
नहीं.
अरे यार बहुत बढ़िया यार, great stuff.
Yeah, I still cherish.
Come on, bro. When somebody says a 2-hour
But the
video and you just
call
check
has
5
to be
times here,
after
10.
at least 2 hours. No?
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, that
No,
you can.
Nobody watches for 2 hours. Big one go.
Bro,
It's like
bro.
it's a.
I was working with my daughter on her literature and all that. I mean, can't even read the whole thing. I fast read everything.
Yeah.
I basically get the gist of
So
it.
वो भी है ना, you can 2x the speed. People do that also.
Yeah,
Watch
so
the video at
so
double the
the
speed.
whole point is the long form is going to die. It looks
It
like that.
is-
I'm
it
scared
is
because
like
we are
that.
I don't
old.
think so. There'll always be.
Bro, I'm older generation and I'm doing this. Can you imagine
Mm.
what my son's generation and Rishi's son's generation will do?
For the generation that care, we still have to put out
When
long
2 hours
form.
on a Panvel train, you'll make a child.
Absolutely.
It's going to happen.
Yeah.
sooner or later. It's gonna- Don't act innocent, Sara.
I think that's what we should make content for. only
What do you
for
think they
people,
call first class, man? तेरे को पकोड़ा से first class बन जाता है. Yeah.
So everybody.
Hey,
who's
you didn't
traveling-
answer, guys. I answered about the
had
shorts.
to-
What's the
I had
content?
to block wrestling channel because it would take up too much of my
You
time.
love. Be honest. That's your thing.
Yeah, professional
Yeah,
wrestling.
yeah,
That's
there
the
you go.
only.
It is actually pretty
Pro-
good.
Only sport I
and
see.
what could be more wrongly named than professional wrestling? What is it about us men that we like this crap and we know it's crap?
Even ESPN covers it.
Yeah. No, bro, I like it too. And since my son was a kid and all, I've been following it. It's just sad.
It's the
that-
story.
I still go back to like matches from my day.
Which is like good versus bad. Yeah, storyline. The chess
It is
beating.
our Sas Bahu. No, that's what it is.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah,
it
like
is.
the whole like John Cena was a great Kali arc was like pulled out for 2 years.
I
It
love
was-
John Cena. He's like my guy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and then he gave him a FU from like a fucking he climbed the
Crane,
tow
crane.
truck, great
Yeah.
crane ke upar chad
Ask
ke.
the expert.
Yeah, from fucking 12 feet, he stoned Khali down. He
Yeah.
clipped it was something else.
Yeah. And
Uh,
Kali's 400 pounds. huh?
Yeah, it was
Wow.
good times. Like
And there are random cooking videos in which there's this guy in Uzbekistan.
You go from professional wrestling to
Yeah.
Sanjeev Kapoor classes.
No, not Sanjeev Kapoor. Uzbekistan, a guy in the wilderness. It's called wilderness.
His name is
cooking.
Timur and he conquered India.
Yeah, I get. No,
1302.
I'm confused. One of those countries.
Yeah.
And he's cooking, and most of it is non-veg, and I don't even eat. I never had in my life, but I'm still fucking looking at it because there's something about it
yeah,
that gets you.
But
So that-
you're watching shorts of this or you're watching full
Oh, no,
form?
these are long ones.
And-
So there's a word for that. No?
Hey, you like long
What
ones?
is the word for the longer videos? ASMR.
ASMR,
Well
correct.
endowed.
long ones are called Lokis.
So, hey, what is the full
Navin-
form of ASMR? You
Uh,
in the comments, anybody.
I knew it
Navin bro, it's a live show. Don't
Rishi
waste
would
time.
know.
Give us your thing, your content. You don't answer.
First,
So
चल
that's
ये
what I'm
बोल दे,
saying.
चल, one
I-
contribution.
So he likes wrestling. This is
Yeah.
interesting. So like
Yeah.
that, be honest. What is that thing that nobody thinks you'll be watching, but you do watch?
I watch a lot of drag race content. Like just
But
like
that we sort of
exactly.
okay.
It's very
What else?
predictable. Nothing. I'll watch a lot of superhero movie breakdowns, like nerd content like that. Like it's like yeah, a lot of that. Like
So that's a little close to the wrestling. Huh?
What would be
Because you want
funny
guys
if
in
you-
uniform
it's
jumping and
kind
killing
of
bad
that. Like
guys.
yeah, what was the
would
comic
be funny
story?
is if secretly Navin watches right-wing hate speeches. Like
Yeah,
that.
yeah,
Yeah, for inspiration on how to.
And you know, posters of Kim Jong Un are behind him and all that. Deep down, he wants to subjugate India.
Well,
Wow.
once you get to know me very well,
I
and
think
understand
so,
more
I
things
think so.
about me.
Imagine we all gay, whether we like it or not. It's a new India.
Psych,
Navin is the new leader.
Yeah, you already are. You don't know
Yeah,
yet.
I know.
Yeah,
It's just a matter of time.
there will be plugging.
When
the
a
real
2-hour train ride from Panvel becomes 4 hours, what do you do with your sexuality?
All right, that's all the time we have today
Yeah.
for the show.
Again, apologize for starting late. It should never happen again, right, Sparsh?
What are you even
I
showing?
don't know. He started doing this classical recital, Odyssey recital for us on the spot. But it's bye-bye from all of us and we'll see you soon. And that special 20 minutes we'll do some other time. Okay, we'll tell you on the chat. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Okay, thank you so much for watching the show. First, let me verify if anyone's left. Okay, not sure. Can't tell. Lighting is not good. But you know the drill. It's very simple. Like and subscribe. We need that, guys. I'm desperate for it. I've just been told we don't get like and subscribe by November 31st, which doesn't exist because it's not there in the month. There'll be trouble. So please like and subscribe as quickly as possible. And that's all we have time for. And leave your comments. Your likable, lovable, laughable comments. Anything you want to say. Criticize us. Say anything you want. We don't care because we don't really read them. But please, no, I'm kidding. We do.